Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 6 and today we're starting things off next to my free slime chest because there is nothing in there. Originally there was around about 30 slime balls in there, which wasn't particularly brilliant, and that's because the slime farm needs a little bit of work, but I have just realised that by the look of things Impulse has also brought along some free slime. And he seems to have quite a bit more than me. He's got 2 full double chests. So by the look of things, his slime farm is fully functional at this point in time, which is fantastic. Both me, Tango, and Impulse all pretty much built slime farms on exactly the same day. And then we released our episodes at various different times. But it looks like, yeah, I've got some work to do. I mean, Impulse has got a quad slime chunk. I've only got a triple one, but I also haven't lit up any of the caves. So we are going to be working on that later on in the episode, but for the time being, there is something that I really need to get. I've been missing not having a beacon, and I think to start off with today, we're going to try our best to get our hands on one. After a very long journey through the nether, we have made it over into the end, and as you can probably see, we actually have ourselves a little ender right here, and wow! Look at this little thing! That is ridiculous! I mean, how insane is that? I don't really understand how the whole killing thing works. I'm guessing you just have to do it with your sword? I don't really know! This is amazing! Now, in case you're wondering what I'm going for, I'm trying my best to get looting 3 so that I can actually kill withers with a decent chance of being able to get myself a wither skull. And so far, I have managed to get looting 2. That's the best one, and I thought I'd just go for that, but at the minute, I don't seem to be able to get another looting 2, because then of course I could combine them and then we could be good to go, but at this point in time, yeah, it's not looking so hot. I'm kind of flying through all of my books. I'm breaking 3. No, that's no good. Power. No, that's no good. So we'll get rid of that one. Yes! Okay, right. Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. That's it. That's the one that we need. And 1 sword, 1, 2, 3 lapis, and looting 3. That's all there is on it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine this sword with this sword, and my word, the ender in this season is a lot louder than the other ender. Blimey. Okay, so now that we have this, we are fully kitted out and ready to kill ourselves some wither skeletons. So I think I'm going to do a 1-hour killing sesh. Let's see if we can get any wither skulls. So in today's Timelapse chat, we're going to be talking about why we restarted the Hermitcraft server, because of course, you know, we've had a number of different Hermitcraft seasons. Of course, this is season 5, which means that there were 4 seasons before this. And occasionally I look down in the comment section, especially when a restart is happening, and I see people asking, you know, why do you restart it? Why do you bother restarting it? Why don't you just have the same world throughout all the way through? Now that is a thing that you can do. Certain YouTubers will have the same Let's Play world for years upon years. I mean, there's a certain one that definitely comes to mind that is currently on the Hermitcraft server that has done exactly that. But also, you know, there are servers that have existed for an extremely long time, all on exactly the same world. But the thing is that, I mean, there's a number of different things at play here. Number one is, of course, sometimes you fancy a bit of a change. We had the Mesa biome, we did all of the Mesa biome stuff, and the Mesa was good. It was a really cool idea, having the different communities on the different like Mesa platform type things. That was really awesome. And in Hermitcraft Series 3, we had the amplified terrain. That was pretty crazy. I mean, there's different things that were different about each one of the seasons. In Hermitcraft Series 5, there is going to be something that is going to make it completely different, and we'll be talking about that later on. But essentially there is like a change element involved, having something new and having something fresh to play on. But also, of course, there is the whole thing with finishing everything. Now, that's like a difficult thing to say, because obviously in Minecraft there isn't really an end. You don't really finish playing, but a lot of the projects that I personally wanted to work on in that Hermitcraft season, I had completed. So I wanted to make a flying base. I did that pretty early on. I wanted to do an industrial district. I did that pretty quickly as well. There's loads of things that I managed to finish up, and then I was kind of left going, oh, well, what do I do next? I mean, I've run out. It's like I've done everything on my bucket list, and then I've sat just thinking, oh, well, what on earth do I do now? So, all of us were kind of feeling that way, and we kind of wanted a fresh start. Fresh starts are brilliant, and I'll talk about that later on in the Hermitcraft episode. Guys, I can see something going on. There is definitely some funny business happening at my base. What's going on here? What is going on? I feel like I should be running away, but I don't really know. I'm off. I definitely feel like they're coming to kill me. But they seem to be on the other side of the hill. I'm holding shift just down by the iron farm. I think I might be safe. But anyway, that wither killing session was a massive, massive success. As you can see, we now have ourselves 3 wither skeleton skulls. So we can actually create a wither to get ourselves a beacon. I'm probably actually going to have to ask those guys how to do that, because I don't want to fight a wither.
Alright, Mumbo, so, you have some wither skeleton skulls, I see.
Yes, yeah, I managed after kind of like an hour's, well, probably about 2 or 3 hours in total worth of wither skeleton killing over the past few weeks, have managed to get
3
myself...
hours? Have you not got a looting sword?
Yeah, I finally got one today. And then I got the final 2. But the thing was, is that I killed 1 wither skeleton, my first ever one, and I got a wither skull. And then I was like, oh,
really
this is amazing. And I thought, I'll do that for like a little while. And I didn't get the same luck ever again, basically. But yeah, I finally got all 3.
I also got a wither skeleton skull on my very first kill. Like,
really?
I'm not kidding.
The thing was, is that I thought, I think I put a message into the chat. I was like, do they drop them every single time? Because obviously we have like mobs dropping heads now in Hermitcraft Season 5. And I was like, do wither skulls just always drop? This is going to be awesome. And then I never got one again.
Oh, it's hilarious. Beginner's luck, I think it was.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, this is I've laid out all of the soul sand and everything like that. So how does one do it?
So all you got to do is you got to put the heads on the sort of facing this way.
Okay, so kind of, so if I was to place like that.
That's right. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, and he won't get out.
He won't get out. He won't kill you. You just have to like sort of roam over here to avoid his explosive damage initially, and then you could just pwn him.
Okay, awesome. All right, should we do it?
Yeah, man. I'm ready.
Okay,
let's do it.
Right. So he is gonna stay there.
Gonna stay
that's very important that he stays there.
I was so nervous about that when I first did
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well,
look at him.
And then there we go.
He's just killing himself. It's hilarious.
My volume is on so loud. I've just blown all my head off.
Rip headphones. Oh man.
Well, that was easy. Who said the wither was hard?
I know, right? I know. Gone are the days when I got killed by lava because I took him down.
Yeah, I've lost the nether star in lava before. I've gone that route. So awesome. Okay, so I've actually managed to get one. This is the first nether star for me on the Hermitcraft server. I think I never got one on Hermitcraft Series 4 with my own wither skulls. So this is like a serious deal. And 1, 2, 3. I hope I've remembered how to do this. That is not how you craft a beacon. How do you do it? Oh, is it using obsidian? Well, either way, I'm going to craft myself a beacon, and then I think we should do a proper mining session. We're going to do the full-blown beacon mining session, and I think we can get ourselves a whole ton of resources. So as I mentioned earlier on, we were talking about fresh starts and everything like that, and I said that fresh starts are brilliant, and there is a definitive reason for this, and that is the fact that you now have a blank canvas to work from, which is great. I mean, there was nothing stopping me just leaving the drone behind, and leaving behind the industrial district with absolutely no resources, and starting again on Hermitcraft, but then part of you always just thinks, well, I have all that stuff. I have all that stuff back there. If I wanted to, I could just go back there, and if I, say for example, I needed some extra diamonds or something for a project, am I really going to go out mining for ages to get that stuff? Or am I just quickly going to pop back to the base, pick it up, and then run back over? Because it's not really a fresh start in the slightest. Whereas when you get a new world, you are suddenly thrown into a new environment. You don't have all of the things that you used to play with. And that's brilliant, because that means that you can create the new things, and you can create different farms, you can do other different bits and pieces. So even though you are basically doing the same thing again, I'm probably going to build melon farms, pumpkin farms again on this season, you can do them in a different fashion and a different way to what you did previously, and hopefully that way is an improvement, and it's better, and it works in a more efficient way, or something, just something that makes it different, and something that makes it fun and fresh and everything like that, and the base is going to be completely changed and everything. So that is why fresh starts are good. That is why I am super happy that we restarted the Hermitcraft server, and clearly you guys are really happy as well, because, well, so far the viewership has been insane. You guys have been crazy down in the comment section, on the likes and everything like that, so thank you ever so much for the support, and let's actually hop back onto the server now. And that, my friends, was a very successful mining session. We managed to get ourselves a whole ton of different things. As you can see from the resource chest, we are smashing it. We have got a ton of coal. We have got coal blocks. We've got loads and loads of iron ore that I'm going to have to smelt up in the super smelter. We've got some extra bits and pieces down here. We even have more diamonds down here. We have three stacks plus 15. Now let's see if I can do my maths correctly here. 64, 128. Okay, that's a really good start. Then we have 180, 192, plus 15, 202, 207. Hopefully I managed to get that correct. 207 diamonds in total. That, my friends, is awesome. Right, let's move on from this and actually crack on with some proper projects. Now, I must admit, repairing all of my tools is getting a little bit on the expensive side. It is now 33 levels to repair my pickaxe, but thanks to the Penta-spawner, we've actually got there quite quickly. But I think project number 1 is going to be build a mini pumpkin farm. We need to make a tiny little pumpkin farm so that we can do the rest of the slime farm. So this is what we've got. We have got a few little donuts of dirt, and then we're just going to run in all of the redstone torches into all of our pistons, and you guys will recognize this design right here. I think I've built this in pretty much every single season of Hermitcraft. Yeah, no, I'm super familiar with this one. Originally designed by Exumavoid in Hermitcraft Series 2, before I was even a member of Hermitcraft. This is it. Absolutely tiny. Should allow us to get a bunch of pumpkins so that we can use jack-o'-lanterns to light up our little slime farm. I just have to hook this up into a redstone clock, and then it'll be good to go. But this is where I like to think I've been quite smart. Instead of using a redstone clock, I've actually used a daylight sensor hooked up into an observer. So this guy right here is detecting the sunlight, and every single time it detects a change in sunlight, or it would give off a different redstone signal strength, this observer right here will update, which will send a pulse through the system. Now we should see that happening at some points. There we go. There it was. It just activates. How simple is that? No hopper clocks or anything like that. Obviously, you can't really change how fast it activates. There's no changing there. But it functions and it works as a system, which I think is really smart. And most importantly, look how compact it is. Next up, in today's Hermitcraft episode, we're going to make some serious improvements to our slime farm. Tango and Impulse both have absolutely ridiculous slime farms. They are completely killing mine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off this terrible border, which was an awful idea. We're going to drop down all of our water streams, and then we're going to improve the killing stations and improve the lighting situation so that we don't stop our slimes from spawning. Well, that also means that probably a decent quantity of the farm wasn't also working either. Yeah, not my finest. Now, I did consider removing all of the water streams and instead replacing them with this sort of system going all the way around the outside of the slime farm. But there is a bit of an issue in that, yeah, the minecarts get stopped by the slime blocks. And if I were to put the minecarts underneath the magma blocks, I always get stressed out. Any form of hopper minecart in Minecraft on servers just disappears for me. So I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stick with the water system for the time being. So after a lot of mining once again, we are finally making our way back around. So I took out all of the slabs, I took out all of the blocks underneath the slabs, and now I have replaced all of the slabs. And there we go. This is the full area right here. This is where all of the water streams are going to be going. So now our slimes are going to fall off the edge of the platform, land in the water streams, and not be able to jump back on. That seems like a much, much better way of doing things. Much better. So now we have to actually place in all of the water streams and do all of the signs, because otherwise, yeah, they're not going to be going anywhere. On a side note, the reason that I actually got a beacon in today's episode is because I wanted to use it for this project and I totally didn't use it at all. That's definitely one for the spoon counter when I finally create it. Now, despite the fact that I'm not going to be using magma blocks to actually kill the slime blocks as we make our way around, I think using magma blocks to kill them in like a killing area would probably be a good idea. Like, that seems like a really smart and efficient way of doing things. So we're going to have hopper minecarts underneath the magma blocks, and then they're going to land on them. It's going to be like a little 3x3 area, and then we're going to be able to get to all of the slime balls through the bottom of the blocks. The only issue is that I cannot see any easy to access magma blocks. I mean, as if I'm going to get any of those. Can you imagine? I think I've created like a sort of strange perpetual motion system here. Look, we have kind of minecarts bouncing around. I have no clue if this one will ever have items picked up from it. I don't really know what to say, but if this minecart comes across here, then it will bounce and it will just... We've got like a constant cycle, look. How good is that? Well, that's exactly what we need. Okay, so this has been dropped down. We've now fixed up this system so that it should hopefully pick up all the items. I have no clue what's going on right here. I think that we should finish up today's Hermitcraft episode by doing some serious cave lighting. Now, I have got a bit of a confession here. I've never gone cave lighting before. All of my mob spawners have always been really high up in the sky. I've never had to worry about this sort of thing. So this is going to be completely new to me. Well, I've got to be honest, guys. I don't know if this is very efficient. I suppose we haven't been AFK here for that long. We've been working quite far away. This area's been unloaded. But still, I would have liked to have perhaps seen more than 3 pumpkins. Yeah, that probably would have been nice. I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is a lot more scary than I was first expecting. Oh my gosh, she's got an enchanted bow. Okay, we just need to kind of run through and light up. And the worst part is that the more you light up, the more spawns in the caves that aren't lit. That's kind of how it goes here. So we have to just make sure that everything is bright. No mobs spawning here, which means more mobs spawning in other caves that I'm about to go in. Brilliant. Having said that, we are making really quite good progress. I'm kind of flying through all these caves. And skeletons are literally the worst. I absolutely hate them. They just seem to get me every single time. Start fighting, please. Please, start fighting. Oh, I so thought I was going to be the first death. I've almost run out of helmets and I just got scared by a bat. My other issue is I tend to get a little bit carried away and I follow cave systems and ravines and everything like that, which means that the chances are I'm lighting up things that don't need to be lit up. What are the chances of that? We've popped up right next to the dirt hut, but that is miles away. That is miles away from the slime farm. The slime farm's all the way over there. Oh, what? It's totally pointless. Jeez, there is a ton of mobs in this area. Right, get rid of these 2 guys. Hopefully one of them blows up. This could be bad. Man, this place is so lethal. This place is so lethal. Lethal, lethal. Oh, no! Come on. Ah! Oh! 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 I think I'm safe. Oh. Get out of here. I think I might have come up with a new mob spawner design right here. Wow, that was the closest we have been to dying. And I only have 16 torches left of my 10 stacks that I brought with me. But we really need to light up this last little dungeon. I think that's it there. Oh, that's my slime farm. Oh, nice. So there we are. I am pretty much all out of torches. My armor has taken one heck of a beating. I've lost my helmet, which is a bit of a shame. But also, yeah, things aren't looking too hot on the downstairs either. So that's definitely something that I'm going to have to fix up in the next episode of Hermitcraft. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this one. It's been a little bit crazy, a little bit different. I've put a ton of time into it without really building anything too ridiculous or new, which is always a little bit disappointing, but it was definitely necessary. That's 100% for certain. But anyway, if you did enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.